Wow. So you just convinced your organization to buy Hewlett-Packard systems for your IT department. Now that's awesome. You have a whole host of integrated systems heading your way, including a vast array of servers, 3-part storage devices, networking infrastructure, printers, and, well, you name it. You know you want to take advantage of a cloud-based application server environment, as that's the wave of the future. But how to get the 300 people in your organization to get on board and understand how to make the most of the 824 devices and 8,500 pounds of IT gear that's going to be showing up on your doorstep in exactly 2 weeks. That is not a lot of time. You convinced your organization to buy this stuff, and you're confident it's the right solution. But it's your responsibility as the IT vice president to figure out how to make this work effectively and efficiently for your organization. You know that if you do, very good things will happen, and your career will take a big step forward. But it's a pretty daunting project, and visibility is immense. The first thing to understand is the ever-changing industry shifts that are creating a tsunami of change all around you. HP calls it the new style of IT. IDC says it's the era of the third platform, while others just call it the fourth wave of computing. Whatever you call it, it seems pretty clear that it's the most significant shift in IT growth and innovation in decades. It's driven by the interrelated trends of cloud, social media, security, mobility, and big data, and it promises simplicity, greater agility, speed, and lower costs. Now that all sounds great, but it requires a major shift in the way that systems are procured and managed and consumed, and in the processes that link the supplier, support, and eventually your users. You know that this is going to be a pretty big change management experience for your organization, and you've been thinking quite a bit about how best to lead this effort. You've already spent a lot of money just to get the hardware and software, but what you really need is a solution to get your users what they need. It's all about supplying services to your users when and how they want them, and we all know how demanding those users can be. So it seems pretty clear that you need some assistance to implement this huge project. But how to position it? Can you ask some of your team to become early adopters and then train the rest of the staff? Well, maybe, but that takes time, and time is something you have precious little of. How about engaging HP as a partner to provide this effective transition of your team to the new era of computing? Can you justify that? Well, let's take a look at some industry trends. Companies with comprehensive training programs have 24% higher profit margins, 21% less time spent by backup and recovery teams on fixing problems. They find that 1 hour of training saves 5 hours of lost productivity, and that certifying the skills of IT staff members is the biggest predictor of IT project success. At the end of the day, 80% of IT managers realize training is critical to project success. You certainly don't want to be in the other 20%, that's for sure. With those kinds of industry numbers, it seems pretty clear that you can justify spending money on training your staff, but just spending money on training does not guarantee you'll receive and achieve what you need. Can HP provide the right solution for you? You're going to need a wide variety of training and transition assistance to get your team firing on all cylinders. So let's take a look at who HP Education is and what they can provide. First, some background. Who is HP Education and what is their track record? Well, HP Education has been around since 1987, delivering quality solutions to its customers. TrainingIndustry.com rates HP Education as one of the top IT training companies in 2013 based on leadership and innovation in IT training, breadth of IT training and delivery methods offered, company size and growth potential, strength of clients, and geographic reach. All things you need. Okay, so that sounds legit, but do they have specifically what you need? It seems like you need 3 types of assistance. Technology training on the various types of systems you've purchased, the modality and flexibility of the training offerings to your IT staff to optimize it for their specific needs, and then end user training to help the company understand and the employees how to take best advantage of this new environment. So let's take a look at these one at a time. HP has specific training classes on ProLiant Gen 8, Moonshot, HP Integrity Superdome, virtual storage, backup, 3-part devices, and more. Now that all sounds good, but you say you need some security training? Well, HP Education has that as well. How about cloud training and adoption? Well, you bet. Big data? That's a 10 for good, buddy. So in addition to technology training, you also need to train your IT department in the new processes and procedures to make this efficient to support and manage. And that's no easy task. Well, good news here. HP Education is a recognized leader in ITIL and ITSM training with a comprehensive set of courses and curricula to get your staff all working with the same set of language and knowledge, roles, and priorities. And you can have them all certified as well. Seems like a pretty comprehensive